Cancer Sun. A Cancer Sun once gave me this and this. My mom's a Cancer. Cancer Sun likes to be coy. There is no need for speaking way too much for this girl or boy, just random conversation but with meaning. There is a need, and that's purely just for greeting and wanting some more. The Sun in Cancer is something that's for everything, it thinks. It is for you and me. I am a giver. Yes, I'm a Cancer, you see. But this is the biggest and the funniest misconception, because across from Cancer Sun we have Capricornian need for direction. So the Sun may be soft and incredibly helping, but in the biggest of ways, it prefers the biggest helping. It wants more from you than you think it does. And it wants to serenade and to protrude through us as something that's greater than everything, really. For this is the deal. Cancer is feeling. Gemini did not feel. Gemini had issues to heal. And now that they've healed, this Cancer has need for no more than for comfort and feeling of good. And in this complacent void of beautifully placed house and mood, this person creates an illusion of love for us all. They have a really great big desire to cuddle, to fall, to form around, and to please, and to be so accommodating. But inside their life, there is something that's very frustrating. If we look to the Capricorn Earth, we will find that Cancer is just a bit bony inside. There is a need on this earth for this person to structure something or someone, like a child, to perfection, without puncture. They want things just so, and they want them with meaning. They want them to be perfect, and they want them to be feeling for them. No one else though, just them. They have used their emotion. They use their emotion to bring to them that which they need. They use this realm of illusion and the moon, powered by the moon, where they greed. They use the cycles of human intention to bring to them the idea of perfection. They want to experience perfection in stealth. They want to create it through a person or wealth or some other means. They're looking for an answer. And that's for that something to come over and hug them, to glance at them, to feed them the answers they want, and to give them what they feel is deserving. And if you are not that, then this Cancer is burning, yearning, and then returning to a glance of confusion, for they do not need anything in their life that is not perfect in its fusion. They have a very good way of discerning what's good and what's not, as the Gemini unconscious has well taught them that they know what is nice and they know what is shiny. They have experienced wealth in past lives, and that may have made them so slimy. They can sometimes order us around or expect from us great gifts or glory, but ironically though, we do give them something in their story, but then we are gone and we move from them easily. because in their presence we feel somehow not great, a little bit measly, like we've done something wrong and we can never unite, we can never please this person, even though we try with our might. They are tutors. They look at us gravely. They are looking at us as if we were unsavory. They are looking for those punctures which we do not know. And in that strange looking at us through these gloomy, moody eyelids, I should say, they build in us a sacred space. They build in us the ability to face that which they do not like in us, really. That which wakes them out of their dreams feeling silly. They don't want us around. They feel we've done them something wrong. And in their feelings towards us that are so personal in nature, they bond in us something very strong. They bond in people of earth something very unforgiving. They bond in us something that is very united and it's very righteous feeling, as their earth is in Capricorn. So here they are. They are the structurers. They are the umbilical designers of close up and far. They put us in test tubes. They pick us to pieces. As Cancer grows older, it releases. It releases this need to look for other people. It releases the desire for them to be less simple. It doesn't want perfection and it doesn't care about family. For in the end, a Cancer is enticed by other things. It's enticed by kingship, a reality where one can be as king or queen. No need for anybody else's dream, no need for anybody else's service. This person will eventually know what it's like to be the universe. They do not need anything in the end. If they can, in this life, not pretend. And that's hard for Cancer to do because they know how gloomy they can be, so they pretend to be pleased with you. Hello, I'm so happy to see you again. Even though in their mind, all your presence does is maim. They're so sensitive, they cannot handle your anything. And that is why Cancer can be something that's really enigmatic and really beckoning, because we know that their spirit is too soft for this heavy reckoning. We are ugly around them. We feel we need to hold our breath. We know that there is something in them that doesn't really like us, and we caress that idea of our fault into a great big gem, a pearl. They help us understand our darkness and to eventually unfurl into a greater light, which can be very difficult for them by night because they do not sleep as easily as other people. For Cancer suns, their life is not a simple time, but when they sleep they know the world is mine, and they don't see why people cannot hear them through their dreams, and they can't understand why people cannot see who they are, perceive that they're actually great tutors of the past, that they've come to this planet, yes, at last, to bring great knowing and great understanding, and yet we are just kids for them. We are in need of mending, but we will not mend. We will not hear them. We will not adhere to their advice until one day they disappear. And then we will think twice. So they are often in a great decision for loneliness and some kind of isolation. Because for a Cancer Sun, there's no great need for information, but meditation. Just being here is enough. And when this Cancer person realizes that their family and all their stuff is just for show, that people really care, they'll realize exactly why they're here. And that's just to be king or queen, just to sit here and be. And that means that there is no real great need for mystery of what the other persons think and do. They can just be here for me and you. Just be here, just be alive and present. And that is what can make a Cancerian the perfect parent. The less they talk and less they poke at us, the more we love them and the more we give them trust. We trust a Cancer almost like our own mum. For if they're silent, they do not come undone. They are completely whole and solidified as presence. And this is what can make Cancerians such awesome parents. So in the end, Cancerian does shine, but it does require some suffering and usually a lot of time.